Okay, so we are back here with Chapter 4, Thematics. This is the chapter on socialization and the construction of reality. One of my favorite chapters, I have to say, because it gives you a true perspective on looking at the world, and you could be taking a philosophy class, an art and history class, an anthropology class, a women and gender studies class, and use a lot of these perspectives from this chapter to really have an ability to look at the world more critically, I would say very generally. I'll begin here to talk about the social construction of reality, Plato's cave. And this is just a Google image search, and you see all the representation of Plato's cave here. If you're curious about this, public domain text, of course, very ancient Greek text. It's from the Republic, so you can certainly look it up and get an understanding of the specifics of this case. But let me describe it to you just here very briefly. So the idea behind this is that you have prisoners in a cave who are chained up, and they're chained up in such a way that light is being projected upon a wall. And specifically, the light is being projected on the wall to create, kind of shadow puppetry that we might make as kids in front of a campfire. The prisoners of the cave only see this reality. They only see those images on the wall. And thus they're conditioned, in terms of the social construction of reality, to only see a particular version of the world. So, the question becomes, what happens when the prisoners in that cave leave that cave, if they could escape? What reality would they see outside of the cave? And I'm not going to answer that for you. I want you to ponder that and think about that a little bit more as we get into this chapter on the social construction of reality. The next variation of this, as an example, is a popular film, The Matrix. Actually, 3 films, video games, books, all kinds of supplemental transmedia material. But you probably know this film, and it deals with the idea, not unlike the cave, of a faux or simulated reality lurking behind what we think is the real. Throughout this chapter, you might be continually thinking about what's true and what's fiction, what's real and what's a simulation. And so The Matrix is a great way to think about this. And there's a point in The Matrix where the protagonist, Neo, is presented with an option by Morpheus. And very specifically, he talks about either taking the red or the blue pill. And what Neo is told is this: if you take the blue pill, you are allowed to basically forget everything that you know about this evil, lurking reality behind the real. You can forget about this and just experience the world of bliss if you take the blue pill. Take the red pill, it's quite the opposite. You understand the harshness of reality. You understand that there is this evil, bad world lurking behind what you presume to be the real. And at that point then, you have to make a choice. You have to choose, do I take the red or the blue pill? And in having this choice to take the red or the blue pill, I think it shows us metaphorically opportunities to think about how we view the world around us and how we specifically look at the social construction of reality. So with these 2 examples of Plato's cave and the Matrix in mind, let's look at 2 questions this week that I would hope you could use to further your understandings of this chapter and to overall create a framework of focusing on your discussions for the week. The first question is to what extent, like those in Plato's cave and the Matrix, are we unaware that our reality is a social construction? And secondly, how does socialization impact the ways in which we view the world? Again, are we not unlike those of the cave and of the Matrix? Can we use the sociological imagination to better comprehend the nature of the social construction of reality? So these are 2 questions to think about this week as you work through our chapter on the social construction of reality and the various processes of socialization. So good luck this week as you work on your discussions, and I hope that you will come back and look at some of these additional videos that focus on some of the key themes in your Introduction to Sociology course.